Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to today's social studies lesson. So, just to kind of do a little review, we've been talking about wants and needs and what families buy. So, the first lesson we talked about what different wants or needs meant, okay, and you listed some items that your family would purchase. Did you get a chance to talk with them to show them what you wrote down? Did you tell them if it was a want or a need? Did they agree with you? Now, in the lesson after that, we discussed exactly what wants or needs are for every family. And we also said that even though it might be a need, it could still be a little bit different depending on what food we liked or where we lived. So even though things are similar, there can still be some differences. And we also discussed about wants. And the same thing for that. What you might like to do could be different from your friend. A family might have a different want than another family. So today we are going to talk now about how families buy goods and services. And as a reminder, a goods is they are things you like or use, such as books or socks. Okay, so let's start reading. And before I do that, I want you to know that today we will be working on your workbook page number 67. Okay, and it looks just like this. So if you would like to pause now and have that ready, you can do that. And then come back for the rest of our lesson. Okay, so here we go. Families buy goods and services. Families buy goods and services to get what they need and want. Goods are things you can use. You read books and wear socks. Books and socks are goods. A service is work that others do for us. Driving a bus is a service. So is teaching. What goods and services does your family use? Hmm. Well, I think I'm one right now for you, right? A teacher. And for some of you who may attend school, you go on a school bus. Okay, yes. How about when you go shopping with your parents? Do you think that could be a service that someone provides? Right, when you pay. Very good. All right, let's look at our next section. People do special jobs. People have special jobs to make the goods your family buys. A baker makes bread in a bakery. A truck driver moves the bread to the grocery store. A clerk takes your money. Your dad makes you a sandwich with the bread. What special jobs do people do in your community? Can you think of some? Even though we haven't really been out and around so much, there are still people doing special jobs in our community, for our community, and for us. Tell someone in your family what you think a special job in a community could be. Okay, so now let's look at the top of page 66. Okay? Now, this one we're going to have to put on our thinking caps, I think, because we have all these wonderful books that we have been using every day or that we will be using in the future, or some that you might have at home that you enjoy reading. So I'd like you to think first about 3 jobs that are connected to writing and selling a book. Think about that. There's a clue in that too. What's one? Well, yep, we could put number 1 could be the writer, because without the writer, we wouldn't have the story or the information that we need, right? So now what is something that could go with what the writer does? Think about it. Especially some of you like them very colorful. An illustrator, that's right. An illustrator provides and makes the beautiful pictures and illustrations that we like to look at in books. But before we could even buy the book, the writer and the illustrator have to show it to someone. And they show it to a publisher. And the publisher looks at it and helps them come up with the best book that they can for us to read. So those are 3 jobs. Now, if you would like to put another job in there instead of one of the ones that I've mentioned to you, certainly go ahead, because remember, once the writer has written the story, the illustrator has made the wonderful illustration and pictures to go with it, and the publisher has made the book. How do we get it? Where does it go? How does it get there? So there's quite a lot connected between making the book and until we have it in our hands to read. Okay, so now on the bottom of that page, there is this section. Okay, it looks like this one. Draw a picture of a special job in your community. So that one I'm going to leave for you to do on your own. Okay, you can discuss it with someone in your house. And if you want to color it and add a lot of detail, that would be wonderful. Okay, save it and show it to your teacher. Okay, boys and girls, see you our next social studies lesson. Good job.